guys, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new, I welcome you. Please consider subscribing down below if you like makeup videos. I also do vlogs, recipes, Zumba, kind of a little bit of everything on this channel, so if that's something you would enjoy, then you're in the right place. Oh my gosh, it's been really long, guys. I'm not even going to focus on that because I know it's been long. I've neglected my channel on YouTube so bad, and I've also neglected your guys' videos. I haven't been watching them like I used to, and you know, life gets busy. But we are back. If ever you do miss me on here, I have kept up on my Instagram a little bit. I do post reels on there, and I have been doing some looks on there, so if you miss me here, I'm over there. But enough of that. Today we are going to be playing with a palette, and this is not a new palette. Please know that this has been around for a while now. I did receive this as a birthday gift back in October, but I haven't played around with it. I did open it up, and I kind of saw the colors that were in there. Oh, you don't even have to open it up because the colors are right here. But I did open it up, and the colors, I mean, it is more geared towards spring and summer, I think. That's why I wanted to dedicate a video for this palette when it came up closer to springtime, so perfect time right now. This is the Morphe Meredith Duxbury Artistry palette, and I love how the inside matches the outside. Also, not to mention how this outside texture, like those little water droplets, it has some texture to the front of it, and that's like a really cool detail it has. And when you open this up, I do like, this is different from the other Morphe palettes that I've seen, or that I have. It does have a mirror on the inside, and it has this little thing, this right here, which actually gives you a tutorial in it already. So how cool is that? I just want to take a moment. You see what I'm talking about? Yes, you have your browns, you have your neutrals, you have some golds, which is perfect for every day. You can definitely take this and do everyday looks. But you do have these pastels up here. You have bright pinks, you have blues, you have greens. It's like you have it all. There's nothing more much that I can say other than I'm really excited to play around with this finally. And I hope you guys stick around and enjoy 4 looks using this palette. The first look that I do want to try out is actually this one that came included in the palette. Oh, I was wrong. I thought it was just 1 look, and it's actually 4. I thought it was like 4 steps for 1 look, but actually, oh my gosh, it's already giving you 4 looks in this. How exciting. Well, I'm not gonna do these 4 looks. I'm gonna choose one, and I'm gonna do look number 1. If you guys are interested in seeing how I do look number 2, 3, and 4, I can do that maybe in a separate video. So let's get into it. This is look number 1 that I'm going to be attempting. So the Hamptons is this shade right up here. It's like a corally peach kind of shade, or actually it's more like on the salmon side. So we'll see how it comes out. Again, this is only the inner third of the eyelid. The next shade is this one right here, Scrunchies. Very beautiful pastel lavender. I might have taken that first shade a little bit too much inward, but oh well. We're gonna place that right here. So I'm not even done with this look, but it's already giving me like Easter. The colors are very pretty, very pastel, and I'm actually quite surprised that this purple is as pigmented as it's coming out, because with lighter shades or with pastel shades, they can be a little bit more difficult to work with. I tried my best to blend that situation there. We're just gonna leave it as that and say that it's good, okay? The next shade being used is this one right here, Diamond Iceberg. Oh, so pretty. Look at that blue. That's nice. You see, it's definitely for spring. That's why I wanted to keep it for this time of the year. And actually this Diamond Iceberg shade is coming down here on the bottom too. And then we're actually going reverse. We're going to pick up Scrunchies again, which is that lilac or lavender color, and place that in the middle. It's gonna match the top. And then going back in with the Hamptons for the inner part of the lower lash line. And then she did go in with this one right here, Hot Glam. Wow. This, she's placing it into the inner corner. And oh wow. Do you see that? Quite a lot of fallout, yes, but it's sparkly and I don't mind it. And there you have look number 1. Very pretty for spring. I'm still like, I can't believe it was that easy to create. If you guys are beginners and you want color, this is the perfect palette I think to pick up, because that was like effortless. To keep this little spring theme going for look number 2, I'm also going to be doing little pastels. I am going to begin with the Hamptons again, but this time I do want to lightly put it into my crease. So just messily bring it back and forth in here. Next I'm going into this one right here, Manifest, and it looks a little bit darker on the camera. I'm not too sure why, but it is like a teal pastel, I want to say. And this one, we're going to be applying it all over the eyelid. And take this blue shade Hudson for the lower lash line. Then I'm going to do like typical me where I bring it up just a little bit like this to give my eye a lift. And then I can't help myself, I need to put that same shimmer shade in here. This is the shade Hot Glam. And then you have look number 2. For this one, I did add my wing and a thicker coat of mascara. Another very simple and easy look to recreate. It's easy, it's wearable, but it has that pop of color that you want for spring and summer. I do want to lay down a white base because I'm going to be using the silver that's in here. And I just feel like having a white base first is going to help for that silver to attach a lot better. So we're just taking this NYX Jumbo pencil and I'm going to be creating a cut crease type of shape with this white. And then when we get to the end right here, I do want to wing it out a little bit. I want to give it like a tail. And once we have the white, I'm going to be picking up the silver, which is this one right here, Private Party. Look how amazing that looks on the brush. Next, I'm going to be grabbing this blue right here, Endless Nights. And with this one, I'm going to be attempting to do a graphic liner. So I'm going to be outlining that top of the cut crease as well as the bottom lash line. I'm going to be adding Hot Glam once again to my inner corner. This is a much more bold look. You can definitely add some falsies if that's what you're into. For purposes of this video, I'm just going to be adding some mascara. And there you have look number 3. The blue graphic liner came out a lot thicker than I wanted it to, especially on this part. That's because I used a brush like this. I was trying to look for it and I finally found it like after the fact I'm done. I was looking for this little soaker right here. It's a nice little thin pencil brush. It's nice and sturdy and I've used it before for graphic liner. That would have created a much thinner line, which I wanted, but that's okay because this look is still very pretty. The silver and that blue are a perfect match. Beautiful for a night out, very bold. You're making a statement with this eye look. Last and finally, look number 4, we're going to be playing around with some of the browns. I'm first going to be taking this one right here, you guys. I want to use this as a transition shade on my crease. I'm not too sure how it's actually going to turn out though. It's very similar, I think, to my skin tone, so let's see. Actually, not too bad. It does give me some pigment on there. I thought it was going to be like very, very close to my skin tone, but actually it's gonna work. Next, to deepen that up a little bit, I'm going to be taking this shade right here. I think it's called Bisu Bisu. I hope I said that right. And again, just to darken that crease up a little bit. We're going to be taking this one right smack in the middle, City of Dreams. And we're going to start to place this on the eyelid. I'm thinking like first half of the eyelid. So that one was coming out a lot drier than expected with the brush. But then I'm going in with my finger now and I think it's applying a lot better. See the shade, it's picking up a lot more with the finger. And if you just dab it on here, you can see a lot of that pigment come on. I thought it was going to be creamier. I thought it was going to be like a lot like this silver, but it's not. I want to next go in with this shade right here, Sultry Nights. It looks nice and warm. We're going to give this look some dimension. So placing this to that outer part of the eye, I'm blending it with all those other shades that we have on. Coco? Is that you? For inner corner, we are going to try something different. I know I've been using that same shade for the past 3 looks. We're going to do something different for this eye. And I want to see how this yellow applies without putting a white base, because usually for light colored shades or bright colored shades, I like to apply a white first to make it pop out a little bit more. But I just have a feeling that this one might work without that. So this beautiful yellow in the palette Limoncello or Limoncello, however you want to say it. Let's see. We're going to place it right in here. Definitely giving color. I don't want to be too dramatic with this because I know I can sometimes go overboard. Yes, I admit it with my inner corner. I just want to do a little color there. So I'm trying my best to have some self-control and not to go overboard with this color. So I'm going in with this shade here, Espresso Martini. And I'm going to focus this more here on the outer portions of the lower lash line. And once I have it like about there, I'm going to blend it. But we want to do this first. that is what I have for look number 4. I did add my wing liner and mascara. This one is definitely more everyday wearable. It's more typically me. This is what I usually would do. And then it has that beautiful pop of yellow in the inner corner, which makes it very, even work appropriate. You can definitely do this for work, I think. And that is all that I have today for you guys for this video. I am very tempted in trying out the other 3 looks that are on this little paper, so be on the lookout for that video really soon. I am very much enjoying the palette. I can tell you guys these pigments are no joke. I think all of them that I tried out, that one exception, the City of Dreams, was not as silky or smooth as I wanted it to be, but the other ones were very easy to work with. It's very versatile. As you guys can see, you have everything, and I tried to do a little bit of variety on my eyes of what you can do with this palette. You do have those everyday shades with a little pop of color. You have your bold looks, you have your colorful looks, you have, I think, everything. And like I mentioned, the quality is good. So I think this is something either if you're a beginner or if you want to add some color, like begin starting to play with color a little bit more, this is the perfect palette for that. The reason why I didn't use these in this video is because they do have a little star next to it. And here on the back it says those ones are pressed pigments and that they're not intended for use in the eye area. I do see here that she uses Skinny Dipping, this peachy one down here, as a blush. So those can be used, I guess, for those reasons. I mean, I would be lying if I told you guys I haven't used pressed pigments before on my eyes. I have a lot of times. So I will probably, this is just me, I probably will use those on my eye. Probably not a lot, not like the main color. But again, it's just a little word of caution that pressed pigments are not intended for the direct use on the eyes. So trying to follow the rules. So anyways, if you guys did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, please don't forget to subscribe down below if you're not yet. And I hope you enjoyed. Talk to you guys soon.